There are claims that young Conker ruined the franchise, but the thing is, even if you want the original developers and company to create a new Conker game, it's not going to happen. Many Bad Fur Day developers left Rare years ago, including Chris Seaver and Sean Pyle, who went on to form indie studio Gory Detail. These guys have produced 2 games so far, Parachute Stan and The Unlikely Legend of Rusty Pup, and are currently working on a 3rd project that is described as the spiritual successor to Bad Fur Day. Before you get excited, Seaver has clarified that it will not be a more direct successor like Yooka-Laylee was to Banjo-Kazooie. Instead, it will feature the same vibe and essence as Bad Fur Day, while also taking inspiration from the cancelled game Urchin, which the Live and Reloaded team was working on for the Xbox 360. As for Rare, they've been pumping out content for Sea of Thieves as of late, and are currently at work on a new game called Everwild, and have shown no indication of heading back to classic franchises for the time being. I can't see them tackling a new Conker game anytime soon, and even if they did, I doubt it would be the Bad Fur Day follow-up that people want, but something completely different that likely wouldn't please fans. Even Chris Seaver wouldn't be the right person for the job, as he's said himself in interviews over the years. Seaver has acknowledged that if he made a Conker game today, it wouldn't be what fans would want because his attitude and sense of humor has changed since Bad Fur Day's release, and he's expressed embarrassment over some of the stuff he put into the game. So where does that leave Conker? Well, as much as I hate to admit it, I don't see him coming back anytime soon, at least not in the form that we love him for. Conker's Bad Fur Day is such a unique blend of elements that might have barely worked together without the proper people making the game, and the ones who created it then can't do it justice now. But you know, maybe that's for the best. Bad Fur Day is a game that's almost unfathomable in terms of concept and execution, and considering everything, it's a miracle that the game came out as polished and well crafted as it did. It's such a perfect mix of platforming action, mature humor, eye-catching visuals, and biting pastiche that it's nearly impossible to imitate, and following up on a game like this would be a daunting challenge indeed. I'm not saying it couldn't be done, but Bad Fur Day has such a crazy legacy that trying to live up to it would make for an insane amount of pressure. And even considering all of that, this game is emblematic of its time and just wouldn't work as well in a more modern setting. Bad Fur Day is largely a parody of 3D collectathon platformers, which were popular in 2001 but aren't as prevalent as they used to be, and even if it was released just 5 years later, a lot of it would be lost on people. In many ways, the game symbolizes the era it was made, a cultural time capsule that is fascinating to study, but is also locked firmly in the past. But that's why looking back on it is so much fun, because it shows why the people who grew up with this console generation, like myself, fell in love with video games to begin with. And for a game about a drunk, lazy squirrel who messes up the lives of everyone he comes across, that's quite an accomplishment indeed.